manager who wasn't the best manager. He didn't manage me very well, and he had me in a situation where I didn't have any equipment in a new zone. When I asked for equipment, he said to me that I didn't have a budget for that. When I started feel unwell and told him about it, that I had gone on some medication with the doctor, he actually laughed at me. When I asked for support, he told me I couldn't have it. That made me feel I was quite on my own, and I then found it difficult to trust this man. I couldn't trust him anymore. I began just a slow spiral down to over years to a bad place.
When I started as a manager managing the team that Richard was in, he wasn't his usual self. He wasn't the Richard that I'd known all those years ago. He used to always be a very happy-go-lucky kind of person, a bit of a joker in the team, and then he changed and he was very angry, quite resentful, and quite a bitter person when I took over the department. And there was a genuine desire from me to help Richard. You know, I empathise with him a lot. The fact that he's got a young family the same as I do, and I was sort of thinking how horrible it must be for those guys to see the dad coming home in such a state. And I'm fortunate that I was in a position where I could support him in a positive way. Me and Richard had quite a few conversations, and a lot of them actually didn't go very well. I decided to take a different approach with Richard. We sat down over a cup of coffee, and I just said to him at that point that he wasn't the person that I recognised. He wasn't the person that I knew from 10 years ago, and I wanted him to go away and get the support that he needed to bring that person back. I made an occupational health referral for Richard so that he then had access to the right professionals to have the correct conversations with him, which I wasn't qualified to do. We gave him time away from work, and that was to give him the space and the time that he needed to get the help from the professionals.
When I came back to work, my role was changed. I was given the opportunity to do a role which I'm more comfortable with. I score more goals with the current role I've got. Also, the times at which I worked were not hard and fast. If I had a bad day, or I decided I was having a bad day in the morning, it was going to be bad, my manager said to me, don't worry about it. If you need to go and take the time to do the things you need to do, practice mindfulness, etc., or even walk the dog, just go and do it. With that action, that sort of action, it brings out a more positive attitude in people, and a happier person, which creates better work. Oh, absolutely fantastic. There's a time where I hated my work. I got that bad. I hated my job, people around me. I was bitter, and I now wear my shirt with pride. I always feel like I'm on a winning football team again. I'm proud of who I work for. What was I thinking? National Grid. It was something I used to be proud of, and I went through this phase where I wasn't proud of it anymore. And to be back in that place now, that's just where I want to stay.